Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to another evening of virtual racing under the lights. It's the FilterTime eSpark series, and this week we head back to Miami, or actually Florida. We're at Homestead-Miami Speedway in Homestead, Florida. I'm Zane, the bearded one. Without my compadre once again, we think HD may be dying of a serious illness called workitis. Still trying to get more information on that. Hopefully our in-race reporter, the Doharian Snowcat, Mr. Dohar, will have some information. But we're here tonight at Homestead, Miami. And I actually have a driver here who's top 10 in the points. Going to chat with him for a little bit since we were lost for time. Let's see if we can't find Mr. J-Mac Attack, the J-Meister. You may have to unmute yourself again in the Discord. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing all right, I guess. Feeling a little sheepish because I made a mistake trying to give way to some people in qualifying and managed to wreck half the field. So, not a great start to the night, but we also qualified third. So, hey, pluses and minuses, I guess.
So you're feeling a little bashful?
Yeah, a little bashful, a little sheepish.
A little sheepish. Well, I assume you guys did qualifying already. Where are you actually on the grid tonight?
Starting third, P3 is where we're starting.
Are you going to be aggressive, or are you going to kind of ride it out?
Well, got a little bit of practice in before this, and the car was really loose, so really tightened it up and could feel the tightness in there. So I'm going to be aggressive, going to try to have some fun, but also going to try to be smart because this thing's going to be really, really tight to start off to try to battle the looseness that kind of comes in at the end of the run, especially here, especially if you get stuck on that high lane. So gonna be conserve aggressive.
Patiently aggressive is what I like to call it. He's going to roll off on the inside of the second row tonight, rolling off P3. That was J-Mac. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, and J-Mac's gone. Perfect. Awesome. And that was J-Mac Attack. And we're going to see if we can check in with our in-race reporter who gives us the ones and twos, the insight. Mr. Dohar, let me see if I can't get you unmuted here. Oh.
Hello?
No,
you're good.
Okay.
I'm trying to help.
Okay. Dohar screaming. He's producing now, too. Moordog, Mr. Sam Morris, Moordog Jr., how you doing tonight, man?
What's going on, Zane?
Hey, it's going all right. You sounds like you're on a webcam there, buddy.
Yeah, some mic settings are not great tonight, but here we are.
Hey, it's all right. So where are you rolling off on the grid tonight here at Homestead?
10th. We honestly didn't pull a great lap. I think our lap that we pulled for 10th was actually up in the front of the pack with Dohar, and he qualified 13th. So we did pretty good for being out front.
What do you have to do to put this car into victory lane? You've been so close. You've been up front for most of the season in the top 5, but you still have yet to get victory lane with Lucky Dog almost winning every race so far. What do you have to do to knock down that young gun?
Honestly, I'd say the speed is there. It's more of putting a race together. Lucky Dog has like track bar and Rose, and then they're really, really good at playing the balance between being really fast and having cars for long runs and cars that can last for a full run. So that's the main point that I need to work on is being able to be really, really fast like them, but also, be able to go an extra couple laps per run like they can.
Well, good luck to you tonight, Moordog. He rolls off P10. He's looking for a victory, but he's got to knock down Lucky Dog, the other dog of the FilterTime eSpark series. And that was Moordog. And I think we're going to see if our admin, driver, producer now at this point can get us Brian Tedeschi. If we can pull him down. See if we can't talk to good old Tedeschi here. Maybe his hands are full. Let me do it. Hey, Brian, you got a copy? Oh, Brian left. You don't want to talk to me. Hey, Brian, you got a copy? This is Zane up in the booth.
Got a copy.
Hey, man, how you feeling tonight? You've been having a rough season. You're pretty far back in the points right now. What do you have to do to start turning this season around?
I think pretty much at this point, we've kind of declared ourselves as a part-time driver. So I'm just kind of out here searching wins. Points really don't matter, so it'll just be kind of fun to race with no pressure and go for the win.
Well, I want to go back to 2 weeks ago, I think it was, where you and I think it was Big John or Tom got into it. You've been kind of driving like a man possessed and an angry teenage girl after her boyfriend broke up with her. Is that just tactics, or are you just kind of racing hard to race hard?
I'm here to race hard. There's with very little stress in things on the line. It's just fun, just to race as hard as you can for as long as you can. So the deal with Big John, it kind of blew over. I mean, he knew I was upset, but I think we got the point across real quick. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Where are you rolling off the grid tonight?
Starting on the pole. So I had a really, really good Q lap, got a really good tow there. And I think we have a really good car here. Our Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Ford Mustang was really good in the Pro League race here. Also really good in all the other league races we've done at Homestead. So hopefully we can finish strong here.
Hey, well, good luck to you tonight. He rolls off on the pole. He's number one tonight, number one in your hearts. That's Brian Tedeschi. Hopefully he'll have a chance to go into victory lane.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we're going to go to Dohar real quick, make this snappy because I know he's probably screaming at me. Doharian Snowcat, Mr. Tyler Dohar, how you feeling tonight, my man?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good. Sorry, I was just such in the mood to just do the producer role. You were on such a roll. I was just bringing everybody in and kind of bringing them out, but you're doing a fantastic job.
Hey, technology goes a little crazy. Sometimes you stumble, sometimes you fall, then you say, forget it, we're doing it live. And that's what we're doing now. So, Tyler, we're round number 5. We're without an HD Motorsports, so send a virtual heart in the chat. Give some love to HD wherever he may be at. But we're round 5. What do you think we're going to see here tonight, just from the administration aspect?
We're going to see a lot of tight action, side-by-side, 3-wide racing here. Everybody who's at this racetrack right now is well-seasoned with their setups on this track. There was the 10K race about a month ago at this track. Of course, the first Pro League race at Homestead as well. Many league racing that goes on here. A lot of these guys have come from those league races. We also had a really good race here last time, up until about the halfway point when things just started getting chaotic. But everybody's had a chance to now really mature the setups. Everybody is going to be out there just trying to have fun, really. Everybody is going to be competitive. I think all 31 cars in the field tonight have a shot at victory lane.
And you bring up a good point. We're going to take a look at it right now. The quick race rundown, the filter time rundown for tonight's race. It's round 5 of 16, 134 laps. That averages out to about 200 miles. These 30-plus drivers will be racing here at Homestead-Miami. Once again, it is Homestead-Miami Speedway outside in Homestead, Florida. So if you're in Florida, stay indoors, watch some racing. It's a 1.5-mile oval, which is going to be interesting with, if I remember correctly, it's got 18 to 22 degrees of progressive banking in the corner, about a couple of degrees in the front stretch. But here's the interesting fact. Mr. Tom Flitty himself, the 6-car last season, he was our the last winner here when we came to Homestead over, I would say, about 4 months ago. Actually, nearly 4 months ago, because it was the same day that we lost a living legend, Kobe Bryant. Put your Kobe 24s in chat for Kobe if you're here watching. But Tom Flitty is going to have to hopefully reclaim that victory. He's got a lot of stiff competition in front of him tonight that he's going to have to deal with. But that was the Filter Time race rundown. And Tyler, I assume you guys are ready to send me my invite?
Yeah, your invite's out, brother.
All right, man. Give me a couple of moments. While we're taking that invite, we'll take a quick commercial break from our sponsor, FilterTime. For the FilterTime eSpark series, we'll be back here from Homestead-Miami Speedway.
Hi, I'm Dallin Hart Jr. As busy as I am, I'm all the time forgetting to change my air filters. And that can drive up my energy bill, and it can wreck my HVAC system. But now I have FilterTime, a box of brand new filters that get shipped right to my front door automatically, reminding me to change them. It's the same price as the store, there's no contract, no fees, and shipping is always free. So give yourself one less thing to worry about, and go to FilterTime.com today.
And we're back here for the race, getting loaded in, getting that invite. But man, it's Homestead-Miami Speedway, and we haven't done my over-unders. The Vegas odds for tonight, I'm going to say for Homestead-Miami Speedway, I'm going to take a safe bet and go with 7 under for our cautions. If it was anything like we saw where it finished under caution last season, might see the same thing again. But these drivers have been really good about keeping it clean. Long green flag runs, which have been night and day difference from how the start of the season started last year to where we are now in season 2. My pick to win, I think I'm going to go with that 22 of Brian Tedeschi. I think he may actually have a chance to win tonight, so we're going to keep an eye out on him. And then finally, my dark horse, I'm still going to ride that Cosmic. I think Cosmic's going to have a chance to win this season. It's going to come sooner than later, and he's going to be my dark horse. Those are my picks and my over-unders. And I am solo tonight, and Dohar, I'm looking for that invite, so give me a few moments here, my man. I apologize about the wait. And we are loading into the race here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Once again, 134 laps at a 1.5 mile racetrack. These drivers are probably going to go 2-3 wide. I expect it here at this racetrack, especially when these cars start to get a run. But chat, who's your picks for tonight? Who you got your money on? I want to hear about it. Because I think we got some really good predictionists, or no, fortune tellers I think would be the word here. Still quietly loading in, taking a bit. 30-plus drivers here for Homestead-Miami. And here we go. The drivers are ready. Brian Tedeschi will lead them to green. And round number 5 of the FilterTime eSpark series is on. And just like that, it has changed. Track bar to the lead. Brian Tedeschi now following in second, but behind them, a murder of cars. You have the 42, the 13. That's your series champion and points leader, Lucky Dog. He's won 4 in a row, so he's going to be a car to watch for tonight. Behind them, the 4 and the 1 do battle side by side off of turn 4 down the front stretch. It's still Track Bar's race. On board with Brian Tedeschi from the number 2 spot, looking on the rear end of the 1 of Track Bar. Off of turn 2, down the back stretch. Trying to use that draft, everything he can to suck up to that bumper as they go into turn 3. Tedeschi can't quite close the gap as they're now getting racy for third. The 42, the 13. In tandem, toe-to-toe, single file all the way back to 10th. Pulling up my handy-dandy notepad here, because right now this is the first time we've seen Track Bar in the lead since the season began just a few weeks ago. That 42 is Rose, the young gun. He's going to be back and forth, but still, Track Bar in the 37, Brian Tedeschi in the 22. Oh, there's a wreck off the turn 1, or going into turn 1. See if that's going to bring out a caution. No, it looks like we're still green here. Wait, nope, caution is out. With the yellow flag, that's going to slow things down here. But man, those drivers up front were chasing down Track Bar of old. It didn't look like new Track Bar. It looked like old Track Bar, the one I grew up with, on my mama, as they say on the streets. I'm learning lately. But Brian Tedeschi started on the pole. He fell to second place trying to run down the 37 as these drivers are under caution right now, getting all the service they need. Why they do that, I'm going to try to find my in-camera reporter of... Where is he? Mr. Big John. Oh, and we're back to racing once again. Tedeschi on the inside, Track Bar on the outside. Green flag is out once again at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Diving into turn 1, Tedeschi can't quite close the gap. That's going to let Track Bar get that momentum on the high side. He's going to cut to the bottom. Back behind him, though, the 13. There's your points leader, Lucky Dog. Behind him, the young gun, the hot up-and-comer, the 42 of CGM X Rose. The nights are hot, but the action is even hotter on the track right now as they're 2x2x2 all the way back to 20th. But up front, it's a single file shootout. The 37 leads the 22. The 22 of Tedeschi, that's your pole sitter, sitting right in front of your points leader, the 13 of Lucky Dog. And seeing here in chat, Rainey, my teammate, couldn't make it tonight. Thanks for what you do, Zane. All right, John Frey, I appreciate it, my man. But right now, the action now is a 2-car battle for second. But back behind them, it's a sea of cars, 2 by 2 by 2, all the way back to about 13th, 19th place. These drivers aren't giving an inch. They're taking a mile as they're still battling it out for 2 by 2. And this is what Track Bar, your race leader, wants to see. Everyone racing, battling, dicing it out. Here goes the 13 looking to the inside. Lucky Dog now makes it a drag race in the turn 3. 2 by 2 for second place. The 22 outside the 13. The 13 holding the inside. 22 gets a little bit of a bobble. Tedeschi tries to roll off the top, but that opens up the door for the 42 of Rose. Rose now battling for third place as they dive into turn 1. Deep in the turn 1, the 42 of Rose still holding the wide of the bottom line. He doesn't want to lift. He's got to roll through strong if he wants to get around the 22. But now Tedeschi starting to stack up the field on the high line. Behind him, that's going to be the 19 of Word Burton. He's been a previous pole sitter, but not a race winner, as now he's behind the 22. 2 by 2 by 2 battle, all the way back from 4th. There's 3 wide in the track, 4 wide coming off of turn 4. But the action is up here for third place right now. The 22, your pole sitter, Brian Tedeschi, trying to hold off a hard charge in 19 and 42 as they're 3 wide off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Tedeschi gives a little bit of a bump. That looks like to the 17. The 17 is going to keep it going straight. But here we go into turn 3 again. Rose to the inside. The high line trying to roll off. There goes the 19 of Ward Burton. He's up into the wall almost. Looks like he got a shot. A little bit of help from the 22. Now they're slicing and dicing back here for 5th. Two wide. 17's almost going to try to push it 3 wide. 19 of Word Burton can't get the top lane to move. Tedeschi still holding on. Car just went flying to the infield here. We couldn't get a number of it, but let's go up front if we can because the action is starting to heat up for the race lead. The 13 of Lucky Dog has now caught, a caution is out, and that's going to save Track Bar, I think, right here. Let's see if we can't go to our in-race reporter here, Mr. Tyler Dohar. Tyler, you got a copy?
Got a copy, Zane.
Hey, man, how's the action out there on the track? It looks like it's 2 wide, 3 wide, all the way back in the back there.
It's absolute pandemonium. We're all like just so close and just on top of each other right now. A lot of guys are giving and taking in the middle of the pack. It's guys towards the back of the pack that are just trying to get some better track position and try to go somewhere, but there's really nowhere to go. There was a big accident there. That was the 42 of Rose. I don't know if he's been having internet trouble. He just uncharacteristically just kind of clocked it back on the racetrack. So I'm hoping it was lag and not driver error, but we'll see what happens.
Good luck to you, my man. We're about to go green flag racing once again. And we're green flag racing once again. The 37 is going to lead us into turn 1 with the 13 on his outside. Two by 2 off of turn 2. The 13 of Lucky Dog trying to get to the outside to his door of the 37 to Track Bar. It's a drag race as they dive into turn 3. This is where it's going to heat up. Everyone else still 2 by 2 by 2 behind them. No one is given an inch, like Dohar said. Guys are being patient, but they're racing aggressively. Off of turn 4 and a squeeze slide job almost. 37 almost crushed the 13. Down into turn 2. 37's got the momentum, but the 13 of Lucky Dog trying to power around on the outside once again, using that high line. It looks like we may have a second caution on the track. I'm sorry, a third caution of the night. While we have this quick caution, let's go ahead and take it over to Mr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the FilterTime commercial.
Hi, I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr. As busy as I am, I'm all the time forgetting to change my air filters. And that can drive up my energy bill, and it can wreck my HVAC system. But now I have FilterTime, a box of brand new filters that get shipped right to my front door automatically, reminding me to change them. It's the same price as the store, there's no contract, no fees, and shipping is always free. So give yourself one less thing to worry about and go to FilterTime.com today.
We are back once again here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. having a couple issues with the buttons, as we have a new race leader, the 43 and the 37 going to battle it out off the line, and we're green flag racing at Homestead. The 43 of Tom Tom, he's a previous race winner here. He's trying to hold off the 13 and the 37. We both know the 37 and the 13 are fast, and there's your points leader, Lucky Dog, looking to the inside of the 37 of Track Bar. Track Bar's got the high line moving. He's going to keep maintain and hold off. 13 of Lucky Dog trying to pedal that Chevrolet, that Geico machine off the bottom lane. Can't quite do it. Track Bar's got the help with the draft of the 42 in front of him. Sorry, the 43. Tom Tom powering off the middle. Track Bar now getting a great run on the inside. They're 2 by 2 by 2 as they come down the backstretch. He's going to fall in line. Can't quite make the run. They go into turn 3. Track Bar in tow. Back there in second. The 22 of Brian Tedeschi has moved his way up to third. The 13, that's the Geico points leader right there for the FilterTime eSpark Series, Lucky Dog. And then the 19 of Word Burton. That rounds out your top 5 as they go into turn 1. Track Bar now looking to do a little high line dancing. Moves to the high lane coming off of turn 2. It's a drag race with the 43 of Tom Tom. 22 of Brian Tedeschi is going to give a bump. A little bit of a shot to the 37. And that gave a great run to Track Bar, and here he brings the 22 with him. They're leaving the 43 on the inside in their dust. The high line, choo-choo, that freight train is a-moving, and nobody can keep up with them as the 37 of Track Bar and the 22 of Brian Tedeschi are starting to race Homestead like it's a super speedway. While these guys race it out, let's see if we can't do an old-fashioned cranker up here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Powered by FilterTime. And it looks like a caution is out here on the track. That's going to slow momentum. Caution number 4 of the night is out once again here at Homestead. So we'll see if we can't cut back to our in-race reporter, Brian. Not Brian, sorry. I almost called you Brian Tedeschi because Brian's running up front there. Dohar, how you feeling, man? How's the car?
I mean, the car is good. We just can't go anywhere right now.
Is it just everyone's evenly matched, just how the high line's working right now and everyone getting a great run? Or is it just that draft is so powerful at the moment?
I mean, it's kind of the draft. Right now, our car's really good. It's just we're perpetually stuck on the bottom, and it's so hard because you got to wait to get on the throttle, until you can clear the guy outside of you. But they train you on the outside, you're kind of just SOL. So it is what it is.
All right, Dohar, well, good luck to you, man. We'll let you focus as we get ready to go green flag racing once again here at Homestead, Miami. The 22 and the 37 are going to lead them in the turn 1. The 22 of Brian Tedeschi now getting a little aggressive out there. Stuck on the outside. A little bit of lag on his part. Take a look up front, though. The 37 of Track Bar trying to pick up where he left off this point last season, where he was the dominant car of the FilterTime eSpark Series. And it seemed each week it was a race between the 13 of Lucky Dog, who was back then, and the 18 went by a different name. He's like Prince, whole new image, whole new style, even a different make and model that he drives in the races now. From a Toyota to a Chevy, but here we are picking it back up again. The 37 and the 13, David and Goliath of the FilterTime eSpark Series running 1-2 down the backstretch here at Homestead with the 19 of Word Burton sitting back in third. The 22 of Brian Tedeschi's got caught up with his lag, and the 43 of Tom Tom, last season's winner here at Homestead, creeping back there in fifth. Take a look from our in-race reporter. 116 laps remain, it appears, as it looks like Tom Tom got into the rear end of the 43. That's going to send him back into the eye of the storm. But up front, Track Bar still leading this train. The 13, the 19, the 22, all in line. Now there goes the 22 of Brian Tedeschi, forcing himself down low. But it sounds like the horses are lifting. A caution is out. once again here at Homestead. "106 laps remaining in this race. We've seen 5 cautions on the night so far. A lot of little slicing and dicing up front from the leaders, but no one seems to have been able to get the speed to get up and around track bar. So now the question becomes, is this the track bar we knew from last season, or is this just a spark of the old track bar? Drivers once again under caution here for the 5th time at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. And the 00 is actually going to lead us to green, and that's going to be Mr. Alfredi, bringing his machine up front. He's going to be racing, and he usually runs the strategy, so we'll have to see what happens here as we're green flag racing again here at Homestead. See if we can't find the action up front. The 71, the 00, the 38, all running nose to tail right now as they come off of turn 2. Element right there. Element in the 38. He's on the inside line. Freddie in the 00. He's the leader of that inside line. The 71. Let's take a little look at our list. 71 is going to be Rocky Top. He's up on the high lane trying to make it 3 wide as they come off of turn 4. Down into turn 2, still 2 by 2, but take a look, the 13 making it 3 wide behind him. Now 4 wide as they come off of turn 2. Looking off the rear end of the 71, our race leader. There's the 38. That's going to be Element now, trying to make a run to the bottom. Behind him is going to be the 37 of Track Bar. You see the 13, that Geico machine. It looks like we're slowing down here. Once again, another caution is out at Homestead. While the caution is out, let's take a look at the big board here powered by FilterTime. So in 1 week from today, the boys of the FilterTime eSpark series are heading towards the Brickyard. That's right, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's where they'll be heading on the 17th. 2 weeks from today, they're going to go a little left, right, heel toe, some road racing down at the Roval at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's in 2 weeks from today. And then 3 weeks, we're going to go get a little bit of lobster, heading down to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. That's going to round out the end of May for the FilterTime eSpark series. But there's the big board, the next 3 weeks of where we're going every week here on Twitch. Oh, and it looks like Brian Tedeschi may be out of the race. See if we can't get an update here. I know Dohar may be antsy to tell us, but they're green flag racing once again here at Homestead. Diving into turn 1, still the 71 of Rocky Top's your race leader. There goes the 38 of Element. He's going to dive down to the bottom with the 37 of Track Bar, battling side by side with the 34 of Finesse as they come off of turn 2. The 13 of Lucky Dog trying to pick his way back up front. The 37 of Track Bar sees the opening. He's going to strike like a cougar. Right to the bottom. He sucks all the way up to the leader's bumper. Can't quite hold it. So he's got to roll off a little bit. Back on the throttle, though. Now he's battling like a drag race down the front stretch with the 38 and the 34. Track Bar again dives it down low. Coming off of turn 2. He's going to fall in line behind the 71. He's going to use that draft. The 34 Finesse can pick the lane. Where does he want to go? Track Bar all the way down to the bottom, slides it down, and he gets cut off by the 71 of Rocky Top. Off of turn 4, the 71 of Rocky Top's trying to hold off the 37 of Track Bar. Down the front stretch, they're 2 by 2 by 2, all the way back to 10th to 12th place. Still 2 by 2. Couple of 3 wides on the track. There's a dive off of turn 4 down to the backstretch. The 71 of Rocky Top collects the wall. That's going to bring a little bit of calamity. It's a big one in the back. Caution is out once again. Let's go to Dohar. Mr. Dohar, the bearded one in the booth. Once again, how you doing tonight?
Hey, buddy. You're talking to me a lot more than usual.
Well, there's a couple more cautions going on tonight, so just
a lot more.
Yeah, so just curious out there. What's going on?
There's some lag. there's some lag. We had to park Brian. He's at his mom's house. Normally he races at his apartment in Purdue, but he had to change locales. Just kind of with everything that's been going on. So he was lagging a lot. Sledgehammer lagged out. Little Snacks lagged out. I couldn't tell what happened up at front because I ended up spinning myself trying to avoid somebody.
Gotcha.
It's just pandemonium.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for the insight, man. You have a great one, and we'll talk to you later.
Yep, we'll see you.
Green flag is out here once again at Homestead-Miami Speedway. The 24 is going to lead us to green, and that's going to be Smitty. These cautions keep falling. It's going to change how the race is going to be ran. Everyone's going to get every little inch they can. As we look at the 37 at track bar move to the bottom, now he's going to drag race with the 9 and the 24 as they dive into turn 3. 3 wide for the lead as they come off of turn 3 through turn 4. Track bar's got the momentum. He's going to slide job in front of the 9. Can the 9 finish the crossover? Behind them, they're checking up like it's the last dance. So you watch right now, track bar picking up where he left off earlier in the race. Now he's got a new contender, the 9. They're trying to hard charge their way to the front, but here comes the 19 of Ward Burton in that Camry. He's been strong in qualifying sessions all season, putting himself on pole twice this year so far. Remember, chat, we miss HD. Throw some hearts in the chat. We don't know where he's at. We hope he's okay, not kidnapped. Really, that's the thing. So we have under 90 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. The action is starting to get intense. The guys are starting to really push the issue and each other. As we got a car to the inside safer barrier, that's going to bring out a big wreck down the backstretch. And they're still wrecking. 34 is involved. The 18 is involved. Looks like the 43 as well. A lot of calamity, a lot of chaos here. So we're under caution once again. And I will say one thing here. Dohar does know how to have a good broadcast booth. The air is great. The air is fresh smelling. I'm assuming they're probably FilterTime filters. I haven't asked him yet, which we could ask him, but he'd probably get mad because he's trying to focus on the race. But I'm going to assume they're FilterTime filters. Well, John from Charlotte, as you say in chat, 2 weeks from today, the big boys of the FilterTime eSpark series are going to Charlotte, virtually, of course, for the Roval, as we get ready to go green flag racing once again here at Homestead. You know what? And let's ride along with Track Bar. He's been strong all night. Let's see what he does as he tries to drive his way back up front. Oh, look at him just squeezing, forcing his way through the issue, making it 3 wide up front now as we look down from the FilterTime blip cam. There's our in-race reporter, Tyler Dohar, in the 88. He's on the outside with the 95 helping him, and the 37 track bars around. Big wreck in turn 2. That is not what track bar wanted to see. Let's see if we can't.
I think he got on the bottom.
Dohar, you got a copy. I know you're up front up there. What are you hearing from the drivers with that incident with the 37? What happened?
I'm in a party with Freddie, and I was talking to him, and he said, "What the heck, track bar?" And track bar just lost it. I don't know, man. Crazy.
We'll let you focus on this caution. Good drive up front, my man. You're sitting there, what, P2 right now?
I mean, that's what happens when you stay out, and you just can, circumvent a caution or two. But all we really needed to do there.
Well, hopefully the strategy works out. You never know. We could see a long green flag run as we have a little less than 80 laps to go here at Homestead. And that was Tyler Dohar, our in-race reporter for the night. And it looks like Track Bar, where is he? He's going to be in the back. Let's see if we can't find our race leaders. Oh. Bounce through the field. All right, so the 2 car is our race leader with the 95 behind him. Haven't talked about the 2 car at all, and that's going to be Stout Whiskey as we look down from the FilterTime blimp cam at the 00 side by side for second. This is going to be with the 95 of Jose 720. Look at the 20 car now showing up. Mike DB, he's giving a shot to the 00. Our in-race reporter Tyler Dohar on the outside, trying to make that high line work for him as he's seen a couple other drivers do it. The 19 of Ward Burton making it 3 wide on the bottom as they come down the front stretch. Down the backstretch into turn 3. And take a look, the 95 is trying to make his way up front. He's got the 88 of Dohar on his outside. And you see the 22 battling, or the 00 battling it out with the 66 as they're 3 wide behind him. There's a big wreck. The 14 looks like he's in the wall. The 52, the 14 collide. Big wreck. And that's going to bring out another caution here at Homestead. It's been an eventful evening tonight here at Homestead. I didn't actually expect Miami to be this hot. I knew some people said it was muy caliente. Taking a little bit of Spanish, so I apologize about that. That was really bad Spanish. But they said it was going to be a hot night tonight, but I didn't expect the action was going to be this hot. We got cars flipping. We got guys pushing the limits. Up front, though, we have almost like a freight train type of situation with the high line getting a great run. But we saw Track Bar be able to use the bottom to his advantage. Finally, was a victim, clipped the apron. He's going to finish, probably in the back tonight, depending if he gets lucky with these cautions. And the green flag is out once again here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. The drivers are ready as they go 2 by 2 into turn 1. Trying to find our leaders here is a little difficult. There we go. And now the 11 car. We haven't seen this Camry up front. This is Captain in an 11 Toyota Camry FedEx machine, trying to power and pedal around the 24 of Smitty. But look how close the 19 of Word and the 66 are. That's not going to last for long, boys. Another 3 wide, 2 rows deep. It's starting to get intense. For second place, now moving up to the inside is the 24. The 24 now trying to make a run. Smitty knows what's going to happen if this thing keeps going under yellows. No one's going to be able to battle their way up front, but they all got to hold on because here comes that 37. That Track Bar, he was a dominant car last season. He's had a rough season so far, trying to get onto the road to redemption as he's looking through the middle as the drivers, the 66 door checks him. They still go straight. Track Bar now looking to the inside. Down all the way down to the bottom white line, making it 3 wide for the race lead as they come through turn 2. Off of 2 by 2 for the race lead. The 19, the 37. Here comes the 9 now. Trying to get to the front here. There we go. Can actually look, see if we can't do this. Off the front end of the 19, looking up at your race leader, the 37 to Track Bar. Track Bar finally picking his way up through the traffic. He started 37th, or I think about 27th on that restart. Had a caution come out, and now he's made his way back up front. Another yellow on the track. We got about 72 laps left to go. So these guys are... I'm way over on my caution pick tonight. I feel a little bad. I feel really bad. I feel like I gave these guys so much credit, and here we are tonight, over my limit. I think HD would be laughing at me because HD would have probably made the right pick. Hearts in chat for HD. We miss you, boy, wherever you at. You my boy, Blue. Come back, you ginger. Actually, I think he went fishing is what he told me. Remember, it is the FilterTime eSpark series from Homestead-Miami Speedway, Homestead, Florida. I'm Zane the Bearded One. Without my partner in crime, HD, we're just going to remind him. Go to Twitter. Let him know. As we get ready to go green flag racing, drivers are ready. Green flag is out once again here at Homestead. 37 of Track Bar is going to do battle with the 19 of Word Burton, picking up right where they left off before that last caution flag. But here comes the 9. The 9 giving a push to the 37. They know where their money's at. They're sticking it to them. Moordog is in that 9 breast cancer awareness Chevrolet as he powers around the outside. The 19 of Word Burton now doing battle with the 9 as they fight it out for second. And this is what Track Bar wants to see. 2 by 2 behind them. If they're racing, they're not chasing. And that's what we're seeing right now as Track Bar stretches his legs. 3, 4 car lengths as they come off of turn 2. Off the rear deck lid of the 37, our race leader of Track Bar. There you see the 9 car. That's going to be Moordog, that pink car in third in row. And now he's going to drop to the bottom. He got a little bit into the 19. Couldn't tell if that was lag or not. As some of the drivers have been saying, it's been a little laggy in the lobbies. That's sometimes what you get when you have esports. You got to worry about those connections. Track Bar now stretching his legs out. 6 car lengths. But the 9 of Moordog not giving up. He's that pink Camaro. You see second in line back there behind that 19. That's going to be Word Burton, who's running in second place. Track Bar now on cruise control. See if we can't bounce back through the field here at this battle for second. Actually, we can see if we can't do this right here off the front end. I think this is going to be the 38 if I'm wrong. Take a look real quick. 34, I apologize. Off the front end of Finesse as we look at this battle here for second place with the 19 of Word Burton, the 2 car of Stout Whiskey, and the 9 of Moordog. The 2 gives a little bit of a bumper push to the 9, moves him out of the way. 3 wide for third place as we come off of turn 3, turn 4. Down the front stretch, 3 car drag race. This is what Stout Whiskey wants to see. He wants to see these 2 cars, these 4 cars, because take a look at we've been watching that 3-car battle for third. The 13, that's your points leader, Lucky Dog, now sneaks into the picture. This battle for third place between the 19, the 9, the 13, the 34 as they come off of turn 4. The 9 and the 19 are getting squirrely, getting in each other's rear ends here. A couple of bump and runs a few times now. That's going to open the door for the 13 of Lucky Dog as he looks to the inside of Moordog coming off of turn 2. Down the backstretch, 2 by 2 for about third place here. This is a battle for third. But up front, I think Stout Whiskey is starting to make some pressure moves on our race leader. Let's see if we can't go up front and take a look at Track Bar. Track Bar now feeling the pressure of the 2 car of Stout Whiskey as they dive into turn 1. Stout Whiskey has broken that lead down to less than a car length as they come through 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, down to the backstretch. Still Track Bar your leader. The 2 car of Stout Whiskey. Back behind him, a 4 car battle for third place as we now watch the battle for the lead heat up. The 2 and the 37 get side by side through turn 3. Off of turn 4, still side by side for the lead. Can Track Bar get that momentum to hold? And he does. He clears the 2 of Stout Whiskey. Stout, though, not going to give up that easily. Looks to the inside of the 37 through 1 and 2. Side by side, the 37 gets the high line momentum run again. That's going to leave Stout in his dust, but Stout's going to get a run. Track Bar had to lift. So we dive into turn 3 now. Here we go. Still the battle between the 2 and the 37. Looking up the rear deck lid of Track Bar, back at the 2 of Stout Whiskey in that Ford Mustang. Let's just listen to how Track Bar rolls the throttle here. Down the backstretch now, going into turn 3. Here he goes again. Listen to how smooth that throttle control is. Back on the throttle, down the front stretch now, still with the 2 car of Stout Whiskey in tow. We have 60 laps left remaining left in this race. Can't speak tonight, a little tongue-tied. The 37 and the 2 car still doing battle, but now Track Bar starting to stretch out that lead a little bit. It was about a half car length before, door to door in a few instances. Now it's about a car length to a car length and a half. I think Stout Whiskey's tires is starting to feel the wear and tear of that progressive banking here at Homestead. See if we can't bounce through the field here. Take a look at this battle. Take a look, though, while we've been watching that battle up front. The 13 of Lucky Dog has snuck his way up to third, and now he's got his laser-focused sight set on first and second place. He's trying to win 5 in a row this season. He's currently at 4. If you want to count all the wins, he's won the last 5 races, including Martinsville at the end of season 1. But now he is actually trying to run down the 2-car Stout Whiskey and the 37 to Track Bar, who's been out front all night. See if we can't put our camera on Lucky Dog here. Where's old Lucky Dog? There he is. This is your third place car, your current points series leader, or series points leader. Man, I cannot spoke right tonight. Tongue-tied and twisted. It's been a long day. I've been doing a lot of talking. But now we watch the 13 still trying to run down. He's trying to hold off the 30. I think it's the 34. Yes, that is going to be the 34 of Finesse and the 9 of Moordog still. They've now separated themselves from the 19. But up front, though, I think we may have another challenge. I think Stout Whiskey is starting to get a second wind as he's closed in on Track Bar once again. About a car length, less than a car length, coming off of turn 4. Let's see if we can't go on board. Here we are on board with Stout Whiskey in that number 2 Ford Mustang, trying to run down the race leader of Track Bar. Off turn 2, down the backstretch. You see the gap between the race leader and second place. Stout Whiskey has had a rough season, a couple of rough races, some good races, but mostly rough races for him. You know he wants to win badly so far in Season 2. I think everyone wants to win and knock down Lucky Dog. As Lucky, though, let's take a look if we can here from the rear deck lid. That's the distance between Lucky Dog and second place Stout Whiskey as they go through turn 1. Back up front, though, we're watching the gaps starting to close up between the 37 and the 2 car. Down the backstretch, still single filed out. You see Stout using that draft to his advantage, getting all the way up to the bumper, less than a car length now, but can't quite get it to roll through the middle as well as the 37 at Track Bar. But Stout gets a great run off of 4 to close right back up to the bumper. So you've seen a lot of give and take as they come through the entry and exit of the corners right now. Let's ride along with the 2 car for a few laps, listen to his throttle control like we did with the 37. And Stout Whiskey must have heard me say I needed to take a few moments to listen to how he rolled through the corner, because now he's looking to the inside of the 37 to Track Bar. Now it's a race for the lead. And it looks like Stout's kind of backed out way early. He's going to let Track Bar get back up front. I think he kind of said, hey, I got something for you. I think I can do what I need to. I just got to get the car to stick. Because now he's right back in line, in tow behind the 37 to Track Bar as they come through 3 and 4. Still creeping up in the rear view is going to be the 13 of Lucky Dog and the 9 of Moordog, rounding out your top 4. In the turn 1, still it's a Track Bar show. The 2 car Stout Whiskey trying to hold on. 52 laps remaining in this race. Once they hit the... 52 laps remaining in this race. When Track Bar hits the line, we'll be at 51 to go. Almost to less than 50, and right now no one can run down Track Bar. Stout's shown little moments, little spurts of strength, but I don't think he has enough in that Ford Mustang to get around that Chevrolet. Again, we're watching the battle for the lead between the 2 and the 37. Behind them is going to be the 13 of Lucky, the 9 of Moordog. We talked to Moordog before the race. He said he had an all right car. Thinks he had a little bit of speed up there. Track Bar dives it down to the bottom. That's going to open up the bottom lane. I think he's trying to slow down Stout Whiskey's momentum, because now Stout way up in the rumbles, in the rough stuff. Doesn't want to be up there right now. Track bar down pit road gave the international symbol for pitting as green flag pit stops have begun. Now it's going to leave Stout Whiskey in the 2, the 13 of Lucky Dog running 1-2. I think Moordog went down as well on the start of that green flag rotation. So we'll have to see how long the 2 car and the 13 can stay out on the track. No symbol yet, but it looks like I hear it lifting. Yep, here comes the 2 and the 13. Woo! Lucky throws it in there. And a lot of cars coming down pit road. 38, the 34, the 71, just to name a few. But right now we're going to see if we can't find track bar. Actually, the 4 car is our race leader at this moment. Let's see where he is on the track. That's going to be the 17 of Big John giving the signal that he's going to come down pit road. Is still our race leader. Oh, we got a wreck though. The 1 and the 17 are going to collide on entry to pit road. I don't think that's going to bring a yellow out. It looks like we're still green. They cleared the racing surface. But that's not what you wanted to see, and that's been a big issue so far in the FilterTime eSpark series of Season 2 is entry and exit of pit road for these drivers. As we bounce to the field, kind of waiting to see how things cycle through. And this is where we know the action will be right here. The 37, the 13, the 2. There's the 9 of Moordog, the 19 of Word Burton. We're going to keep an eye on these 5 cars as we wait to see our in-camera reporter who our race leader is with the mini-map. And actually, the 42 is the race leader right now still, but I think they have yet to pit. So once the 42 makes that pit stop, that's actually going to change up the lead here. We're waiting to see what happens. There goes the 42. You see them in the right hand of your screen. The 18, the 88 it looks like. They're going to give it up. And now it's going to be the battle between the 2, the 9, the 37, the 19, and the 13. Waiting for everything to cycle out. Less than 46 laps to go in this race. As everything starts to shake through here, the 2 car has officially taken over the lead. Stout Whiskey leads the 9 of Moordog with the 37 of Track Bar in tow. Your points leader, the 13 of Lucky Dog sitting back in 4th. The 19 of Word Burton rounds out the top 5. Let's see if we can't go back to the action here. There we go. Here's the action back here with Track Bar now trying to hold off the 19 and the 38 of Element. Always talk about Element, how he's my dark horse to win. I want Element to win for me. I think he's got a chance to do it in the eSpark series. And here he is right now sitting back there in 6th in this line of cars drafting up to the front. They're trying to run down the 2 car or the 9 car right now. They can get to Moordog. They may have a chance to run him down. Based off how the last few runs have gone, if we stay green, these drivers will have to make at least another 2 pit stops. Based off what I can do, I'm horrible with math. That's why I have Dohar to kind of give me the 1s and 2s on what he's doing for fuel mileage strategy. But we're not going to bother him right now as they're in race. But here we still see Track Bar in 4th, trying to hold off the 19 of Word Burton and the 38 of Element. Up front, the 2 car of Stout Whiskey is still your race leader with the 9 of Moordog in 2nd, the 13 of Lucky Dog in 3rd, and then now the 4th place car is going to be none other than Word Burton, bringing the 38 of Element with them, move Track Bar all the way back to 6th. Track Bar's got company too, because here comes the 00 now as we look off the rear deck lid of the 19 of Word Burton. There you see the 38. That's Element. Behind him, that's the 37 of Track Bar. He was up front most of the night so far under the lights at Homestead. but now he finds himself in 6th with the double zero of Freddie putting some pressure on him, but Track Bar's trying to get the 38 to move. If you're wondering about up front, nothing has changed. This is the race on the track right now for position between the for 4th place between the 19, the 38, the 37, and it looks like the double zero and the 4 are going to start trying to make it interesting. Off exit once again, Track Bar trying to keep up with these guys. He may have made a bad adjustment on that green flag stop because he is struggling at this moment when he was rolling so well through the middle of the corners, better than anyone else early on in this race. Now we're under 50 laps to go. He finds himself in 6th place, trying to get around the 38 and the 19, but take a look. They've now caught up to the bumper of the 13. That's your points leader. The 13 in that Geico machine is Lucky Dog. He's won 5 races in a row, 4 races in a row this season so far. No one's been able to beat him, and now he finds himself in 3rd place with the laps winding down quickly. Back up front, there's your race leader of Stout Whiskey. Take a look off of his rear deck lid. That brightly pink Camaro Chevrolet that you see there, that's going to be Moordog in the 9 car. He's trying to get away from the cars behind him in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. He's trying to make it a 2-car battle with Stout Whiskey for the race lead here. Lap 96 in the books, coming off of turn 4 this time. 97 to be written out of 134. And this chapter is just starting to begin. If this was a movie, this would be the 3rd act, because you have two different fights. You have up front here as we look off the rear deck lid of Stout Whiskey. You got Moordog in tow, not giving any room, but enough to say, hey, I'm still in striking distance. If you make a mistake, I'm going to pounce on it and take that opportunity. We go back a little further. See here, back here with the 19 of Ward Burton. This is the battle for 3rd place now between these 4 cars. The 13, the 19, the 38, and the 37. So you have 2 battles on the track for position, and a lot of this is for points. You got the 13, who's your points leader. He wants to stay up front. You got Track Bar, who's had a rough season so far. He DNF'd out of 2 races. He's slowly picking his way back up front. He was strong for most of this race, and now he's fighting again, trying to show them, hey, I'm not to be forgotten about. I just had a few bad weeks, but I'm here to play. And back up front, Moordog has closed that gap. He's there to the bumper. He's going to look to the inside of the 2 car of Stout Whiskey. They're going to make it 2 by 2 as they come off of turn 2. And this is for the race lead. It's going to be a drag race down the backstretch. Fender tapping, door slamming, 2 by 2 as they go into turn 3 now. But Stout Whiskey's got the advantage. Moordog's going to try to roll it off the bottom. Stout's going to have to pedal it as he gets close to the wall. Moordog has to do the same thing as Stout starts to squeeze down the front stretch, though. Moordog's going to clear him. He's going to slice up. That's going to leave the door open to the bottom. But Stout Whiskey can't hold on. Move the 9 to the lead, the 2 to 2nd place. "36 laps remain in this race. And now we have a new race leader. That bright pink breast cancer awareness number 9 Camaro, driven by Moordog. Comes off a 4, down the front stretch. Still has the number 2 in tow. That was your race leader just a few laps ago, Stout Whiskey. He's trying to retake that lead from the 9 car. He wants a Ford victory here. He doesn't want to see a Chevrolet beat him. And Stout Whiskey really needs a victory. Heck, even Moordog needs one. It's nothing better than a boost to your confidence to go out on a Sunday with a race win in the FilterTime eSpark series. And we're watching these 2 drivers now duke it out to try to take that claim to fame. We go a little further back here. Here's that battle for 3rd that we were talking about earlier. The 13 of Lucky is going to scrape the outside wall. But look, now it's a 6-car battle. We have the 13, the 19, the 38, the 71 of Rocky Top has now made it. The 52, I apologize, of in-car racing. He's now made an appearance up here. There's the 37 of Track Bar. And then you have the 4 car, and that's going to be of J-Mac Attack. They're just getting in line and trying to run down these top 2. And here we see the top 2 again, Moordog and Stout Whiskey. That 9 machine, let's take a look off the rear deck lid of that Hooters Breast Cancer Awareness Chevrolet as we watch the distance between the 2 of Stout Whiskey get further and further away from the 9. Take a look at our in-car camera, see if we can't get an update on the lap counts as they come around the track here. But still, it's the Moordog show. Moordog is actually, he talked about it, he said that he wanted a victory, and he's out here right now doing what he needs to put that victory down. I think it would be very serendipitous if I caused another winner to happen by doing a pre-race with him. I would call it the reverse curse of commentary. All right, we've got about 31 laps to go left in this race. As we still look back off the 9 of Moordog. We're watching the 2 of Stout Whiskey. That's second place. And Moordog's going to bring it down pit road. He's going to give it up to Stout Whiskey. That's going to put control back into Stout Whiskey's hand. Hopefully he can do it. We doubt he can, but we'll try to tune him in here. We'll see if he's unmuted. He is. Dohar, just scream at us if you can. How's the track out there? Do you think you got to make one more stop if you stop now?
Oh, jeez, you're about to make me wreck. 31 to go. I don't know, dude. Sorry, I'm concentrating.
No, you're good. Do what you do. And that's Dohar, our in-race report. As you can tell, that was the leave me alone, I'm trying to race moment, brought to you by FilterTime. Also enjoyed that we scared him. That's the best part, chat. Fans at home, if you can scare a driver in an in-race report style, you won for the night as a broadcaster. But luckily he didn't wreck anyone. He kept his hands on 10 and 2 as we still watch Stout Whiskey and that Ford Mustang. We're waiting on him to bring that machine down to get 4 fresh Dr. Feelgoods, a full tank of virtual Sunoco race fuel to finish out this race. We got under 30 laps to go here at Homestead. It's really changed from the beginning. And here comes the 2 car. He's going to pull that Ford Mustang down off the racing surface, down the pit road, and make that slow, painful, long drive to his pit stall. And here was that ragtag of wild drivers earlier that were racing it out for third. We now see the 13. That's going to be lucky. He stretched his lead out a little bit here. He's gotten away. He's put himself up front now in this cycle of green flag stops, and no one seems to be able to catch him. The 41 of Doc Antle looks to the inside. Ward Burton still in that 19 leading these 3 cars. This hasn't changed much. We've seen Track Bar fall back a little bit, but the 19 of Word has been dominant in front of the 38 and the 37. Element and Track Bar just either using him to pull him around the track or just aren't ready to get that racy with these many laps still left in the race. Looks like there goes the 19 giving the international symbol from coming down pit road this time. So he's going to try to pull that Camry down off the racing track, down on the pit road. Let's watch him do this here. That Camry safely on pit road. The 17, though, coming in hot. 27 laps remain in this race here at Homestead. I think that's going to be the last pit stop, hopefully, for these guys. But I doubt it. I think we'll see one more. Unless a caution comes out, we'll possibly see one more, depending on who's been able to save. Some of these guys have been able to stretch it a little bit, but I don't know if they're going to be able to stretch it, that many laps. Still a lot of racing left to go. I heard a fire truck. Broke the 4th wall there. Sorry, chat. As we watch this race right now, there's the 9 of Moordog. He's following the 37 of Track Bar, it looks like. No, the 42, that's going to be Rose. We haven't seen a lot of the rookie here of Rose. He's had some issues this season, just like Track Bar has. We're waiting to see how everything cycles out right now. It's telling us Lucky Dog is still the race leader. So we'll see if we can't find the 13 here. There he is. Diving into turn 1 right now. That's your race leader of Lucky Dog. I don't think he's pitted yet. We've been keeping an eye on the 13. Have not seen him go down pit road, but things are starting to get stretched out. And this is where, there's the symbol. There it is, the international symbol for he's coming down. He's going to come down pit road. He's going to get 4 fresh tires, a full tank of virtual Sunoco race fuel, and he's going to try to get that Camaro back on track fast enough to hold these hard-charging cars off like Track Bar, Moordog, Stout Whiskey, Ward Burton. These guys have been the cream of the crop And as Macho Man Randy Savage said, it rises to the top, and we're seeing that happen here right now as the 13 is making his way to his stall. Bounce through the field here, and it's saying that the 42 of Rose is our race leader, so we're watching Rose now as we wait for everything to cycle through. Rock NASCAR says, keep digging, everyone. This is the longest green flag run we've had, and here comes Rose bringing that 42 down pit road. He's going to get service now and give up his race lead. As we wait for the field to cycle through, we'll see who takes over as race leader. The 13 may have had an issue. That was a long pit stop for the 13. Possibly caught speeding. We'll have to see if we can't get an update from our in-race reporter or after the race if he finishes in the top 3. We'll see if we can't get a heads up from Lucky of what happened there, because that was a very long pit stop for the 13. We'll have to wait to see if we can't get some more information, chat. 22 laps remaining. The race leader is going to be Mordog once again. Let's find the 9. And the 9's in his own area code. No one around him. Look at that. Green track in front of him. Clean air behind him. Just nothing but daylight. Let's go on board and ride around here with the number 9 of Mordog, as he's our race leader here as the laps are starting to wind down at Homestead. I'd like to thank you once again for joining us. We know there's a lot of places to hang out on a Sunday night. NASCAR Heat, FilterTime eSpark series is a great time. Great, it's a fun time. That's really the best thing I can say about it. Usually we have HD Motorsports here. He hasn't been here. It's sad. But while we're watching and taking a lap around Homestead with Mordog, let's take a look at the FilterTime Big Board. Here's the next 3 weeks of racing for the FilterTime eSpark series. 1 week from today, they're going to head down to Indy, go into the Brickyard. They're going to kiss some bricks. It's going to be on the 17th of May. That's going to be 1 week from tonight. Same YouTube, same Twitch channel. My Twitch channel at 9 p.m. Eastern is when that show kicks off. Then 2 weeks from today, we're going to head over to Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're not going to a 1.5 mile oval. No, we're not. We're not going to a mile and a half. Not at all. They're going road racing. That's right. They're going to go to the Roval. They're going to be one of the first leagues to try to tame the Roval in the Cup cars. And we're all doing some hopes and prayers and some big oofs in the booth, because we're worried about what's going to happen, because it's going to be great racing, but it's the Roval, which is intimidating. So I think these drivers can take care of it, but we'll have to see in 2 weeks, 3 weeks from today. We're going to get some lobsters. It's an awful Maine accent. To go into New Hampshire Motor Speedway, one of my favorite tracks, and a lot of people say it's boring, but I think it's going to be exciting. That's going to be the end of May. That's how we're going to wrap out May for the FilterTime eSpark series, is heading off to New Hampshire for some virtual racing and some virtual lobsters. But that was the FilterTime Big Board, as we're still riding on board with Mordog here. With 18 laps to go, Mordog still leading this race. We're waiting to see how things shake down, because nobody seems to be able to catch the 9, as the 9 is on cruise control right now. Are you still able to talk quick?
Yeah.
All right, Dohar, break it down for us. How's it going out there? Do you think you can make it to the end on one stop?
Yeah, I should be good too. Trying to figure out who all is. I know the 42's in the best position to do it. He and I are on the same strategy. If the 13 didn't speed, he's about 1 lap shy. He'd have to go into extreme save mode to do it, but he could probably do it because he's practiced it. Probably, like a lot. But if he got a speeding penalty, he's out of it. It's between me and the 42 right now.
All right, well, good luck to you, man. We'll go ahead and let you focus on the race.
Thank you.
And there it was. Got it from the in-race reporter, the voice of Tyler Dohar, the Doharian Snowcat. Lucky Dog, your points leader. And really, the 9 to the outside wall. What just happened? That was your race leader, folks. He just turned dead right, almost like he had a wheel issue, or he just let go and let the Hooters girl take the wheel, because the 9 just smacked that safer barrier. That's going to move Stout Whiskey to the front, though. Stout, the 2 car, he's got to hold off. 15 laps remaining. Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? We heard Dohar talk about it. He said the 42 and the 88, he thought they were the only 2 cars who had some trickery up their sleeves. But Stout Whiskey has been hungry for a win. He's been trying to get up front all season long. Here he is tonight, up front and dominant in that Ford Mustang. There we see the 9 in the background there, in that pink machine going down pit road. He's now going to get service on those damages. As we watch the Tua Stout Whiskey start to stretch his legs and try to maintain this race lead, as we're 14 laps left remaining in this race. As always, we want to thank you here for joining us on the FilterTime eSpark series on my Twitch channel. Your commentators are normally Zane the Bearded One, myself, and HD Motorsports, who's not here. The little bird you hear chirping every now and then while racing is going to be Tyler Dohar. That's your in-race reporter. But we've almost done 134 laps, 200 miles at Homestead-Miami Speedway in Homestead, Florida. And Stout Whiskey is still leading the charge up front, and no one's been able to contain him. We saw some strength from Track Bar, but I think Track Bar just finally got in the muck and couldn't make his way up front. So that's why we haven't seen much of the 37. Now it's all about strategy at this point for that 2 car. He's got to save to be able to make it on this final stop. If he gives up the lead, the question becomes, does he take any tires, or is he just going to do a little dab of fuel and go? Because you can't take too much time on pit road at this moment. We're almost under 10 laps remaining. You know that you got the 42, the 88, the 9 car, depending on what happened to him, they're going to come back up for that lead. And we'll see if we can't get an update after the race from the 9 car, because that was a heartbreaker to see him smack that outside wall and drop to the back like a rock in the Lakahatchee. And here we are still watching Stout Whiskey try to maintain this race lead. The reason we're keeping an eye on him, he is the race leader. We think he has to make one final pit stop. We're waiting to see when that conservation mode kicks in, because he's coming to under 10 laps remaining here at Homestead. Back in second is going to be Big John. We'll see if we can't find Big John. 11 laps remaining here. Let's see if we can't go find Big John, who's running currently in second place. Waiting to see when the 2 car makes a dip down pit road, if he does. But let's go find Big John. And there's Big John with a lot of front end damage, but look behind him. That's going to be the 3 of Lucky. Lucky's right there. He's racing for a win. And Big John brings that 17 down pit road. And there's Stout Whiskey. We knew it was coming, and here it comes. That Ford Mustang, the race leader, is going to give up the race lead to get 4 fresh tires, maybe just a splash of fuel. We'll have to find out, as this is going to be the final stop of the night. Oh, and we're hearing right now that the 9 car of Mordog had a screen freeze, which caused him to actually have that issue with smacking the outside wall. That may have been the end of his night. We'll see what happens if we can't get any other updates. And now we're riding with the 88 of Tyler Dohar. We talked to Dohar earlier. He said he thinks he's got it on the strategy. He's saved enough to make it to the end, he thinks. We'll have to find out as he lets the 71 go on the inside. Going to give him the lane. Now Dohar thinking about doing a little bit of crossover work. Coming off of turn 2. Now Dohar to the inside at his quarter panel. He's going to fall back in line and use the draft. And it looks like Lucky may have just pulled a miracle or a rabbit out of the hat, because currently right now it's telling me the 13 is our race leader. So let's see if we can't find him on the track, but I'm hearing a lot of horses lift. And it looks like, yes, there is a caution on the track, folks. That's going to change everything. A caution with 10 laps to go. Green flag pit stops were underway. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can't catch up with them right now. Dohar, how badly is that going to mess up your strategy?
I mean, it just hands the win to the 13. What else is new?
Well, there's still 10 laps to go, man. Well, 9 laps to go at this point. I think there's still a lot of racing left in that short amount of time. If these restarts have been any inclination of what we'll see at the end, hold on and strap yourself in, my friend.
Yep.
Good luck to you. Hopefully we'll talk to you after the race in victory lane. If not, we'll talk to you like always. That was Tyler Dohar, our in-race reporter, as we get ready to go. Less than 10 laps remaining. Final restart, hopefully, of the night. Last pit stop, that's for sure. As we're green flag racing once again with under 10 to go at Homestead. Trying to find our race leader here of Lucky Dog. Oh, big wreck in the back. That's going to bring out another caution. The 9 car hard to the outside wall. But it looks like they're still green. No one's lifting yet as they come off of turn 4. Trying to find the 13 still. There's your race leader, the 13 of Lucky Dog. 3-time, and the highest race winner so far. Finished 4 for 4 for this season so far. This is round 5. He's trying to go 5 for 5. If you count the season finale, he's won 5 in a row. From Martinsville at the end of last season to right now, if he can win this, that will be 6 in a row, but 5 wins in a row for the season. And he's trying to do the impossible right now. He's got the 38 of Element breathing down his bumper as we have less than 3 laps remaining in this race. They dive into turn 3, the 13 leading the 38. There's the 37 of Track Bar, waiting in line, stalking his prey. He knows he has the speed. Lucky's going to slip up the track. That's going to open the doors. They come down the front stretch. 2 laps remaining here at Homestead. 3 wide for the lead as they come through turn 1 and 2. Track Bar using that bottom groove. He's used it all night long. He's going to try to power around. He's in front of the 13 and the 38. But here comes Lucky on the outside. They're going to make it 2 by 2 once again as they dive into turn 3. Side by side, the 37, the 13, the 13, the 37. Track Bar's rolled so well off the middle. He's got a pedal. He's getting squeezed by the 13. The white flag is out this time by. And it's a 3-car drag race. They're 3 wide going into turn 1. Lucky Dog on the outside, Track Bar in the middle in the 37, Element in the 38 on the bottom, and they're 3 wide. You can't put a sheet of paper between them as they come down the backstretch, down the backstretch, still 3 wide, drag race, 13, 37, 38. Element now all the way down to the bottom on the white line as they come through 3 and 4. Here they come through 3 and 4, off of 4, still 3 wide, and Track Bar is going to have to lift way out of the throttle as they come down the front stretch. Lucky's going to scrape the outside wall. It's going to be close. Trying to get an official results here. Lucky wins by 10 100ths of a second. I don't know what that is. I'm really bad at it. But Lucky pulls a by-the-nose victory off of Element. Track Bar is going to finish 3rd. And then my list is out. I apologize, guys. But what a finish. What a race. I'm going to take a moment to catch my breath because, oh, holy crap, I called this one by myself. Did not expect it to be that exciting. 3 wide off of turn 3 and 4 for the race win. We'll be back here after a few moments from our sponsor, FilterTime, for our post-race interviews.
Hi, I'm Dallin Hart Jr. As busy as I am, I'm all the time forgetting to change my air filters. And that can drive up my energy bill, and it can wreck my HVAC system. But now I have FilterTime, a box of brand new filters that get shipped right to my front door automatically, reminding me to change them. It's the same price as the store, there's no contract, no fees, and shipping is always free. So give yourself one less thing to worry about. And go to FilterTime.
And we are back here for the post race. What a finish. 3 wide off of 4. A drag race down the front stretch for it to be a finish with just mere inches. Inches is what we saw there. Lucky Dog being able to come out on top. He's going to win 5 in a row this season. And it seems once again, no one can chase that 13. My dark horse pick of Element almost won it. I kept saying it, and I've said it all season long. I think Element's got to win in there somewhere. He was oh so close to pulling off that victory. Track Bar coming back with a strong third place finish after having such a difficult beginning part of his season. We're 5 races in, and we're starting to see old Track Bar appear, kind of where he picked off midway going into the playoffs last season. He was a very dominant car up front. No one can pass him. And I think he may be in that final form. We'll have to wait and see. It's still early in the season, round 5 of 16. They still have 11 more races to go before the season's over. And we're still waiting on our post-race interviews. Can't get those guys at the moment here. Let's see what we can do here. Dohari and Snowcat, you got a copy?
Hey, man, I got you.
Hey, man. While we're waiting on post-race interviews here from our couple of guys that we're still trying to find down in the pit stalls, there's a lot of celebrating going on. Some good victories or good finishing orders for some drivers. How do you think the race went for tonight? Do you enjoy it? I know you were back in the pack. You had a little bit of strategy plan going on. If that caution didn't come out, do you think you would have won it? I know I threw a lot at you, but just, break it down as you wish.
I mean, it's hard telling. I don't know. The 13 probably would have saved it, so I wasn't getting my hopes up that, we were actually going to beat him for once. But we caught the 42 and we were about to pass him, and then a lap car 6 laps down wrecks, somebody because they had a grudge last week. So I really don't understand it, but I mean, a cool finish. You gotta give credit there. We would have been up there, but the 42 dive bombed us there and didn't want to ride behind us to catch him. I don't know. I guess he wanted the 13 to win, but it's whatever. I was just trying to let the 37 go because I knew that was the best bet as somebody, beating him. You don't want the same guy winning every week. So I don't know. But either way, good race for us and our good humor Chevrolet. Honestly, a lot better than our Pro League car. We made some tweaks, some stuff that we learned. And getting into P4 after starting mid-pack and being basically relegated to mid-pack all day, I owe a shout out to Big John. I got into him there. I got loose and kind of caused most of his front end damage there. But I mean, when when another good driver's up your butt, you're going to get loose. That's just the name of the game here. But overall, good race for us and a great finish to watch. 3 wide at the finish is pretty cool, and they didn't wreck.
And let me ask you here, Dohar, since it looks like we don't have our 3rd place finisher of Track Bar, is there anyone you want to thank for your 4th place finish tonight?
Yeah, I really want to thank J-Mac. He's really been helping me a lot as my crew chief, really helping me get these setups tuned in on the wheel, really helping me get easy on it. Also, my teammate Joe Gornick over on PlayStation, he's really helped me get the wheel settings. I got to thank my dad and my mom. My dad who built my little rig here, and my mom and both my dad for supporting me as much as they do in this and giving me full love and support in the Pro League and eSpark running this series. I got to thank all my admins for doing a fantastic job. We're going to have a busy night tonight talking about a lot of things. But overall, I mean, if you look at the last 60, 70 laps or so, they were very good for a league race at Homestead. So I'm happy. Could have been better at the front half, but it is what it is.
Well, you come home with a 4th place finish. Congratulations once again. And now we're going to see if we can't talk with our 2nd place finisher. My dark horse pick for the night almost got me a win on the season. Element, how are you feeling tonight with that 2nd place finish?
I'm feeling pretty good after how the start of that race went there. Struggled there early with track position, so I'll take 2nd. Good night.
Talk us on that final lap. You, Track Bar, Lucky 3 wide through 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a little bit of touch and go there coming off to turn 4 down the front stretch. But were your knees weak, palms sweaty? Were you glad you didn't have any mom's spaghetti?
Yeah, definitely glad I didn't have that. Track Bar put me 3 wide that one turn 1, and he was able to get me cleared and trying to give him a little push, see if we couldn't clear the 13. But when they were still coming off side by side, I was like, well, you know what? We did it once before. Let's take her 3 wide again. We were 3 wide for pretty much 2 laps there at the end. And I think that finish showed really good finish there. At least the end of that race there.
Yeah, it was a great finish, especially watching you guys go wheel to wheel, door to door through the corners for the final lap. Anyone you want to thank for your 2nd place finish?
I would definitely like to thank Tyler, you, and everybody else that puts this on every Sunday so we can come out here and try to put a show for everybody.
Well, he was my dark horse. Almost got me a win. He's going to come home 2nd. That's going to be Element 0. Congratulations, Element, once again.
Thanks, man. Take her easy.
You too. And then we're with this same guy again, doing burnouts, throwing Sprite around, soda, and no, congratulations, Lucky Dog, man. You're 5 times in a row for season 2. You got a couple of you're starting to grow a fan club and a non-fan club. Guys are getting a little bit bored with the Lucky Dog show. What do you got to say to your haters after winning 5 in a row?
Oh, I mean, wow. Jeez. That was crazy. I wasn't expecting that at all. This is honestly one of my weaker tracks, if anything. So to get a win here means a lot. It's been a stressful week with finals, college. I have a final that's due tomorrow night, so I've been worrying about that a lot. Working on the Pro League race for New Hampshire. So it's been a pretty stressful week, and I don't know. I'm just really happy how it turned out. I mean, I just started the race. I just wasn't driving great. I mean, I felt like my spatial awareness was really terrible today. I mean, usually I have pretty good spatial awareness, but today, I don't know. I was just ended up door checking guys by accident because I thought I was clear. I was a little disappointed in myself, but then I cooled off. I was upset that I was making mistakes, and then we had that long green flag run there, which was a fuel mileage race, and thought that if we didn't make any mistakes we had, then the caution came out, and I was like, oh, great. So, I had to restart there and then just kind of do the best I can to hold off Element. And he kind of moved me out of the way there. I was like, oh, come on, man. Then we're 3 wide for 3 laps in a row. And
yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that 3 wide a little bit there. How nervous were you on that outside, knowing you had track bar in the middle and then Element all the way down the bottom lane when you guys were on that final lap?
It was a little nerve-wracking. I mean, I knew from previous times I've practiced running that line when I've been in the pack, so I could run it. But now with track bar so close to my side, he was not really giving me a whole lot of room on the outside there. It was very tough. Like I was almost breaking loose because of the side draft, and it was really close there. And on the final lap, I got a little loose, or I just was so close to the wall I needed to turn away a little bit and ended up getting track bar a bit. But we somehow held on to the win. I was not expecting it at all. We just had an incredible 1 and 2, and then just was able to keep it up through 3 and 4. That was surprising. That was probably, if I'll be honest, that was probably the best finishes we had, if not the best in eSpark. Just 3 wide for 2 laps in a row. That was just incredible. I do got to say. I thought you were going to say
no, you're good. No, you're all right, man. I was just going to ask, is there anyone you want to thank for your victory tonight, man? I got you covered. Yeah. I'm a professional. I promise. I don't dress like one, but I am one. Who do you want to thank?
Yeah. So I got to thank everybody from Germain Racing, Germain Gaming, and Geico, as always, for allowing me to race for them in the eNASCAR Heat Pro League. Super thankful to be racing for them and to be working with great people within the team, and also to be working with Red, Kyle Arnold, and Scout, for their great support throughout this throughout eSpark, throughout the Pro League especially, the best team I could possibly be on. I want to thank my mom and my dad for being great parents, especially my mom because it's Mother's Day. So I just got to thank my mom as well. I was a little stressed out today, so I made sure to give her a lot of hugs. So, just thanks to my mom for being the best mom out there. And I got to thank all the fans watching the stream, and shout out to everybody from eSpark Trucks and Xfinity. Thank you guys so much for watching these races and supporting us Cup guys. Hopefully we can give back the same to you guys because everyone in the Truck and Xfinity are doing a great job so far. So thank you to everyone from eSpark, all my family and friends once again, all the fans, you, Zane, for doing these awesome streams. I mean, this is just, I don't know, this is just crazy. This is just getting lucky. This is really luck, honestly. This is crazy.
Hey, man, you did a hell of a job tonight.
Thank you. Yeah. I was just intense. I mean, I'm over the moon. This is great. Indy's next week. It's a good track of mine, so hopefully perform well there and just keep this momentum moving forward, and also in the Pro League as well. So just really happy with the progress so far. Really good spot right now, so thank you.
Hey, and you know what? He's won 5 in a row, 6 in a row if you count Martinsville. He's the reigning points leader and defending champion for Season 1 of the FilterTime eSpark Series. That was Lucky. Lucky, thank you once again, man. You go celebrate with your team, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. And I will say this, he's a great segue artist, too, because he was talking about the schedule and coming up, the next track that we go to. If we take a look at the FilterTime Big Board for the final time tonight, we're heading to Indianapolis, the Brickyard. The eSpark boys are going to kiss some bricks. Virtual bricks, not real ones. That would be weird if they kissed real ones. Let's just say it's virtual, because I hope it's... Dohar, you're not making them kiss real bricks, are you? Dohar's already walked out of the booth.
What'd you say to me?
Oh, there he
I'm
is. He's
sorry.
on the mic. We're going to Virtual Brickyard. You're going to make them kiss real bricks, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right, someone's getting hit in the face with a brick, it sounds like. 2 weeks from
Yeah.
today, we're going to head to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Roval. Heel toe, a little road course racing, some right, left. They're going to get off the ovals and go to the road course. 3 weeks from today, we're going to head up to have some lobsters. That's right, New Hampshire, Maine. That's going to round out and end off May for the FilterTime eSpark Series. It's been a great race, a great broadcast tonight. For Tyler Dohar, our in-race reporter, to congratulations to Lucky Dog, Element, Track Bar in their top 3. Until next time, race fans, thank you so much. Kisses, hugs, belly rubs. I'll see you at the track.